Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. It is Player Profile here at Coca's Pizza in Canfield. DJ Yoakley, joined by Steven Lunsford, senior wide receiver, defensive back here for the Canfield Cardinals. Steven, how are you, buddy?
Doing pretty good.
Well, that's good. Senior year, talk to me about how it's been so far, your expectations, and how you've met them.
Well, obviously, started with a rough start with West Branch, and I believe, that was, they've always said take us to the deep end, which, this year I genuinely believe we could have won that game and a couple of other games that we've lost. But the expectation's always going to be the same. It's always going to be super, up here.
Stay high, right?
Always got to stay high. We can never, drop below the standard.
Yeah.
Never drop, don't even go the standard. You want to go above the standard.
Of course. Like Tomlinism, the standard is the standard, right? So you got to keep that going. For you, you gotta look around that locker room and wonder how many moments do you have like this, and you've got 3 home games left. How fast is this going for you?
Too fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wish it lasted a little longer, but I'd give anything to go back to sophomore year.
Wow. Okay. Obviously,
restart all 3 years.
Some pretty special things happened your sophomore year. When you look around that locker room, who are some of the guys that you're going to miss the most?
Everybody. Every single year I've always missed, the upperclassmen, and as a senior, I'm going to miss all the underclassmen because they're all great. I believe everybody can, strive and do great things in the future when I'm gone. People say high school is a blip, but I genuinely believe that it shouldn't be. You should look at it as the time,
You mentioned you got here your sophomore year. You moved here from Virginia. Your dad is in the Navy, so you guys packed things up, and you got was that your only move, or would you guys kind of move all over?
All over.
Yeah.
I think we moved 7 times in total.
7 times. All right, so where have you been?
Texas, Virginia, Florida, and here.
Oh, in Ohio. Okay.
Yeah, it's just back and forth between.
What's your favorite spot?
It's got to be Texas.
Texas. It's like its own country down there.
Yeah.
But the heat, it's hot down there.
Yeah, a couple times our AC kind of melted, so we had to.
Melted?
Yeah, it got too hot.
Wow. Okay, so you're used to travel. What are some of the sights you like seeing?
I really love the coast.
Okay.
I love the ocean. I love the water. Lake Erie. I love seeing, just looking out on the water and seeing the sun reflect off the water.
Are you an outdoorsy guy?
Yeah.
Okay, so what are the things outside of football? What things kind of keep you busy?
I actually collect vinyl.
Records?
I have a record player.
No kidding.
I got into it recently during the summer, and my grandma's been helping me out with that.
That's awesome. So, do you have a favorite record?
It's got to be Bob Marley.
Bob Marley, all right. What about other things that you do? What takes your mind off of just the stressor of being 17, 18 years old?
Just hanging out with friends. Just going to school. I've got nothing to do at home. I look forward to school days.
Yeah.
Not other people. They probably don't. But to me, it's a great distraction.
What do you plan on doing with that education? What are your plans after you graduate?
I've got a couple options. I've been thinking about either going into trade or one school that I really like is Kent.
Kent State?
Yep.
Very cool. Main campus?
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. And what are you going to look to study if you were to go to Kent State? Or anywhere, I guess.
Archaeology, anthropology, and paleontology.
With a hope in doing what? You want to go out and dig up dinosaur fossils?
Just see the world. That's like the first thing. But mostly, I like human history, but I'd like to get the whole world. I'd like to see everything.
That's awesome. All right, take me through your support system. Obviously, you're a well put together man. Who helped you get to this point of being who you are today?
Just my family. My dad was the one that got me into football. He played at Cheney actually before we started moving around. I mean, he's been the biggest supporter when it comes to football, and my mom loves going to the games, loves the atmosphere of it. And I mean, I wish my siblings could go, but they do their own little things.
Do they? All right, we got to talk about your nickname, Lumpy. Where did that come from?
As senior, my sophomore year, Noah Frank, heard Coach Pav called me Lunsford, and he started calling me Lumpy ever since.
And it just stuck.
Yep.
How many people on the team actually know your last name?
Only the juniors and seniors. I've never heard a single sophomore except for Jake Dovich call me Lunsford.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, and for you, to wear that C, obviously coming in here, understanding the Canfield way, you've been able to be adopted into this community. What does it mean to you to represent this community every Friday?
I mean, it just welcoming. I mean, out of everywhere I've ever lived, I 100% believe that Canfield has, I love it here. I mean, just the people, the community. I mean, I've never felt so included before, ever. And
Awesome.
I just love being part of this team, and I love how high the standard is. And again, just go beyond the standard. I love that.
Go beyond the standard. Sounds like a good subject line. Stephen Lumpy Lunsford here with us, and thank you so much for your time. Appreciate you.
Thank you.